So this is a character opinion video for Darlene Connor. Original series Darlene, they started her off as like the tomboy daughter. I liked the tomboy daughter. She was cool. She had a storyline. And then she became the moody, depressed teenager, which I still liked. She still had a storyline. And then they threw her with David, who kind of pulled her out of the funk. And the first half of the relationship was good. Until he moved in. And it ruined everything. And her character became selfish. Very selfish. And you can say, well, she's a teenager. She's allowed to be selfish. She moved to Chicago. She's allowed to explore and have new relationships. Yeah, of course. 100% she is. But she acted like the whole world revolved around her. Especially when she moved David to her with Chicago. Moved David with her to Chicago. And kept lying to Roseanne. They could have easily fixed that. He could have stayed in Chicago when she came back to visit the family. Or they could have came together and said they were still communicating, and him staying with his mother, and he still came to visit them together. Like, they didn't have to cut off the Connors completely. But that was Darlene manipulating the situation. They made her very manipulative in the second half of the series. I think the only time they actually started showing emotion for her again was when she got pregnant. And I think, again, they only made her pregnant for circumstance. I mean, not pregnant for circumstance. They only made her married for circumstance of pregnant. Like, oh, she's pregnant, she's gotta get married, and blah, 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 blah. I think that's how they did it. Like, it was just, let's give her some more detail. I think her and David were forced together. I don't think that they should have been together. Maybe for the first half of their relationship, but the rest of it, I don't think they should have stayed together. I don't think they should have had kids together. I especially fucking hate the Harrison character, but I'm starting to hate everything named Harrison. It's a cursed name. Anyway, this new series, first we're going to start off with Roseanne, the first reboot. I thought they were going to do something good. I thought they were going to give her her own writing business or writing career or something, or get her back with David or do something memorable, and they didn't. They really didn't. They did get her with the writer dude, which I really like their vibe together. He's her Dan, I think. I think they're a much better match. And she's becoming the Roseanne of this series. She is. And I think that's where they were always going to lead it, especially in the original series. You knew that they were going to make her the Roseanne and Becky the Jackie. No questions about it. That's where it was going. Because Darlene always had that attitude that Roseanne had, that cockiness, that self-indulgent cockiness, though. Becky was self-indulgent, but it was self-indulgent where it was more leaning towards Jackie. Like, they set this up from the jump that this is how these characters were going to turn out. So this new series, I'm not shocked on where they're pushing it. They're pushing Darlene to be the Roseanne. And I have this major theory on how this series is going to end. It's going to end the way that the original Roseanne did. Darlene sitting in either her writing room or on that couch with that blanket and telling the story of how she changed everything. Once her mother died, she started changing the story to her getting married and Becky giving everybody their happily ever after, even though it's probably going to be completely different, and it's probably going to be Becky never recovered from her alcoholism, Beverly Rose was never born, Dan probably died of a broken heart, they lost the house, something like that, along those lines. I think she's going to rewrite the story, you know what I mean? But anyway, what are your thoughts on the Darlene character? Please comment, like, subscribe, and let me know what you think.